A very good morning to you, Lucky. What do you hope to get out of today's meeting?
Good morning, Jane, and good morning to your viewers as well. So actually, the meeting has indeed taken place yesterday. So we actually had two sets of meetings with the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Ngubane. The first one went for about an hour in Parkhurst during the march by the Restaurant Association of South Africa. And the second one took place around 3 till 6 with all the industry representatives, where the commitment was made by the minister to, send through our demands to responsible ministers, the DTIC, COGTA, as well as the presidency, because our letters were actually directed to them to engage with us, to look at ways in which we can open up, the liquor industry as quickly as possible, and also to determine the set of conditions that need to exist for such an opening to occur.
All right. So will it happen? Will you get what you want?
We are hopeful that we'll get what we want. We would like to believe that the president will review our submission and also take into consideration the issue of livelihoods that's slowly turning out to be a disaster in waiting to happen. So we believe that the president will accede to our demands, which are fair and reasonable.
All right. The tavern industry accounts for 43% of all alcohol sold in South Africa. What sort of numbers are we talking about now, the sort of people who are affected and the knock-on impact of their job losses?
The knock-on effect is very huge. So if we look at the 34,500 taverns that we represent and shall be permit holders, that translates into about 120,000 workers that are directly linked to the tavern space involved. A tavern employs between 3 and 4 people on average. And if you look at the livelihoods that are linked to that, and also the families that the tavern owners support, then the number goes way above 350,000. So it's a huge number. And if you take into consideration also the entire value chain in the alcohol space, then the number shoots up to about 1 million. And those are livelihoods that are directly employed by the alcohol industry. So if you look at the families that are tied into that 1 million, the number is easily about 5 million that are dependent on the alcohol industry.
And what are the powers that be saying to you? I mean, the scientists told us on this show that they never advised for an alcohol or tobacco ban. There's no scientific evidence that this is going to help stop the spread of COVID-19. What is their justification to you?
So we reached out to Prof. Perry, who authored the study that was presented to the NCCC that led to the president making that hasty and uninformed and uncaring decision to ultimately ban alcohol sales with immediate effect. And he actually explained to us that he merely suggested, that the liquor should not be banned and we should look at ways in which we could trade responsibly in light of the COVID storm that we are now facing. Even WHO advocates for evidence-based approach in dealing with the issue of alcohol abuse and its associated harm. So we were actually equally shocked that the president didn't look on the angle of the economic impact that this will have on the industry. I mean, we always say that we are responsible citizens before we are business people. We would have loved for the president, to consult with us, to talk to us, and tell us the reasons why he considers banning the liquor sales, as it were, and with immediate effect. That was actually a shocking decision that we haven't recovered from.
Would it have helped if you had been taken into his consideration, been warned possibly, and would a curfew have been enough?
I think all options to assist government will have been considered, and we expected him to consult with an industry that contributes between 4 and 6% to the country's GDP. I mean, we contribute over 170 billion combined as an industry. So we thought that the president would want to consult with us, but it was not to be.
Lucky Ntamande, thank you.
Thank you.